Okay, so that's amazing. I guess Myst doesn't have regular elevators. Oh, did I miss something? I hit the wrong... Perhaps I hit one of the wrong... Yes, I did. Okay, sorry about that. Now we return. But as I was saying, I guess Myst doesn't have regular elevators. Going up and down was probably too boring for the Miller brothers. Instead, you have elevators that twist, elevators that are made into trees and out of wood. And oh my god. Okay, that time it should work. My apologies. Should have noticed that I was not up. But this time it will work. So, after we return this, we'll get a very specific message from Achenar. Very long, I'll let him speak. Then we'll return to Channelwood one last time, so that we can get Sirrus's final red page, hear what he has to say. No, I'm pretty sure I already know. I'm sure you know too, because you've already beaten this, right?
Hello, I'm Achenar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Sirrus who did this to me. Sirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. It began when my brother Sirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the Aegis Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slipped away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the Aegis Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. Slowly, brother! Hated him! And then Sirrus began to destroy the Aegis of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He destroyed all but 4 of the Aegis. Of course, I had to warn father. When I finally found him, there was Sirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He'd convinced father that it was I who destroyed the Aegis. He convinced father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And Sirrus dealt the final blow. He tricked father into believing that I was the murderer. But Sirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, father imprisoned us both. Unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar. He deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only discover one additional page to leave from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, or you will rot and die. Imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
So, we found a bit of useful information from him. Apparently, Sirrus killed his father slowly, and he lied to him because he lusted for riches and couldn't declare himself king of the ages. Very interesting. Not only that he lied to their father and told him that Achenar was the one who killed him, so he wasn't sure who did it, and he imprisoned both of them. Very strange. However, he did tell us that there's only one more page. That one page is activated after we look at the last burned book and find pattern 158. Before we do that, though, let's go and finish off the Channelwood age. I'm sure Sirrus has something that he'd love to tell us. I'm sure it will be something along the same lines of, hey, I'm pretty innocent. Achenar is lying to you. We also still have to get the last page of the ripped page. This will allow us to solve the final puzzle of Myst. Just a bit of forewarning too. If you decide to play Ribbon, be aware that it is much, much harder. I sat down and played it for 12 straight hours. And I felt like I was going to tear my hair out at times. In fact, the final puzzle of the game, really, I suppose you could call it that, was one of the most ridiculous challenges I've had in a game in a long, long time. But I will say this, Ribbon is worth every moment you spend on it. However, do not get the CD version. It's 5 CDs, one for every island. You're not going to really want to swap CDs every time that you travel to a new island, which is actually pretty frequently. If you can, get the DVD version or get the actual Steam version, as I mentioned earlier, which is only $5.99 or bundled with the Signed Complete pack, which I highly recommend. You can also get it off Good Old Games, but I've never actually used that website, so I can't vouch for how it works. Okay, so let's go to Sirrus's room. still pretty elegant, but it still looks like Sirrus had a scuffle. And here's a red page. And here in the bottom of the bend is the last half of the torn page. And if you haven't written down, you should be able to figure it out pretty easily. I've already written it down, so I'll read it to you just to make sure. It says, Marker Switch Vault Access Island of Myst. The vault is located in very plain view on the Island of Myst, and access can be achieved very easily if the simple instructions are followed. First, locate each of the marker switches on the island. Turn every one of these switches to the on position, then go to the dock, and as a final step, turn the marker switch there to off. So, apparently there's a hidden vault in the marker switches that we will use. Who knows what it holds, but I will say this. We already switched on all the marker switches. We simply need to go back to the dock and switch that one off. I'm not going to do it right away because I was going to show you the other ways first. But you should already know what that place holds to begin with, because you should have already beaten this game by yourself. If not, I am suggesting that you do so now. Beat it on your own. You will be much happier you did, because after this, I will be showing you the endings. I do not want to ruin the endings for you, so go ahead and leave now that each of the puzzles are solved. So, now that we've got the last one page, let's bring it back to Sirrus. And he has a really long-winded speech as well, so I'm going to let him speak, and I'll return after he is done.